I think there's a lot of times where we misuse words, and one of them is rules. I think that there are a lot less rules than we think there are, and there's a lot more principles, a lot more belief systems, a lot more ways you can think, but not rules, if that makes sense. We've just decided to use that word, and that's what keeps people restricted. So when you think about it, there are no rules to fitness and working out, right? There are no technical rules. A lot of the time when you go down that rabbit hole, you actually start to get really confused because you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much contrarian information. And that's because not all of those things, there are no specific rules. There's principles. And based on those principles, you have to figure out which one fits you. And that does take experimentation. And that does take deep research. But it takes understanding of the self. So when you look at society, there's not necessarily societal rules. There's societal principles. You get to choose which principles are yours and which ones are not. And when you start to view it as principles instead of rules, you're going to start to feel a lot less trapped because you're going to understand that it's not about breaking rules because you're not doing anything wrong. There's actually a specific group of people that have those same exact principles as you. And that's the thing, is as soon as you stop looking at it as rules and begin to look at it as principles, you experience the world completely differently. And you experience the world differently in how you are approaching it and how you are showing yourself off to the world. Because a lot of the time they don't want you to speak up. They don't want you to take up space. But that's only one principle. That's like the monk principle, if you will, where they're so afraid that any word that they speak could possibly put harm on someone because they misinterpret it. Then there's the other principle of, if I don't speak my story, I'm doing the rest of the world a disservice. You need to understand which lifetime or which principle is your guiding principle for this lifetime.